This video is for all of the people, just like me, who have been kind of doomsaying Coronation Street and Emmerdale, but we've had a little bit of stats to kind of juxtapose this narrative. And I think it will actually shock a lot of people, and it also lends into one of the things that I've been telling all of the soaps to do in order to actually continue to have them grow and develop. So a lot of this year has been about Coronation Street for me. I've been doing a lot more Coronation Street videos, and I've been covering a lot of the news that's come out, and Kate Brooks has had a pretty tumultuous time with a lot of people leaving and a lot of people being axed. It's not most of it's not really been her fault. A lot of it were decisions out of her hands, so she just had to make do with what she had. But that's also meant that a lot of cast has left and a lot of cast is leaving, and you've had to kind of rebuild the show as such. And with some extra news that they were going to change how Coronation Street and Emmerdale were out, taking an extra hour away from taking an extra hour, I think, combined from Corrie and Emmerdale respectively in 2025, and they're going to angle it to be like a soap power hour rather than what it is currently, where you have at least Coronation Street is 3 60-minute episodes a week, 3 45-minute episodes a week. So it's an interesting one, and it also coincides with there being a lot of fears about Coronation Street running out of money and ITV not really having the budget for it, so they're having to use a bunch of lesser known actors and a lot of the younger talent, a lot of the less expensive cast members. Like, one of the most glaring issues was Helen Worth. Despite it being her exit year, she was criminally underused all in all and barely existed. But in a lot of the issues, and a lot of what I've been saying, is a lot of the stuff they do, right? One thing that you do to gain the audience is you post a bunch of the... If we just take a little look, if we take a little look, let's just take a look at... I will Google Corrie storylines. And a Corrie storyline channel 16k, Richard Hillman's storyline 122k, Molly Dobbs and Kevin Webster 68k, Tommy Harris death storyline 430k, Jeff and Asmin 56, Kylie Platt storyline 400k. A lot of these videos are really big and impactful to have people stumble onto it, and then you just kind of go from there and you start to actually bed in and start to enjoy Coronation Street. I wouldn't have become a Coronation Street fan had I have not actually had seen a bunch of storylines of Coronation Street online. I enjoyed a lot of it. I watched a lot of David Platt stuff. I was a big Platt fan initially. Watched a bunch of the relationships. It's a really good thing to do. And by putting them online and about putting them readily available, it means it's easier to access. It's like how I keep praising Hollyoaks, because Hollyoaks is actually releasing a lot of content and is releasing all of the episodes free to stream everywhere. Now, it may be a bit of a big thing for some people, but for Hollyoaks, they're getting like 10k per video, which doesn't sound like much, admittedly, but still 10k is not bad. Like, you're still getting decent scratch off of it, and you're getting good watch time, and like videos getting 4k, 5k, 10k. Like, it's decent views for Hollyoaks, and it's definitely contributed for it having a much better online presence. And this is where it came to it. EastEnders, back around the old pandemic time, they went ahead and released all the episodes early, and a lot of the other soaps slowly followed suit, as EastEnders had made a really big, important step into allowing it to be more available, allowing it to be more accessible. And this is where we get into this news, where Coronation Street and Emmerdale land record 124 million streams since they moved to a streaming first model. And I'll just read more of the article. The ITV soap finally have a reason to celebrate following months of rumoured budget crisis and number of cast departures from both flagship soaps. It was announced that 104 episodes per year would be cut, with Corrie and Emmerdale reducing weekly output from 6 to 5 installments. The decision was made following audience research, with bosses concluding that 30-minute episodes attracted higher audience figures throughout 2024 And as a result, a new broadcast ban will be adopted in January 2025. This means Emmerdale will air Monday to Friday from 8 PM, with Coronation Street following the same days at 8:30 PM, in what has been dubbed the Soap Power Hour. Soaps will continue to air first on ITVX, where they currently drop at 7 AM each morning. It's this change which permanently implemented in October. Yeah, see, they only implemented it in October. Really, embrace streaming. Embrace streaming in soaps. It's horrendous to not. Why would you not release it early? The whole point. It's a whole look. Now we're just honing on me. I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm the director of this video. Soaps are a streaming-based platform at this point in time. Yes, you do have a lot of people who watch it at 7:30, like 8 o'clock when it comes out live. But mostly that's just everybody doing it at Christmas. Release it early so everybody can fit it into their day and not have to fit to the schedule that people don't watch TV that much anymore. They don't watch TV much. You have one show you like that you watch and you catch up whenever you can fit it in your day. But the amount of people who watch it at 6 AM in EastEnders, where it's like, all right, just got to get up for work, watch EastEnders, there we are, sets off the day right. That and a coffee and some breakfast. Mwah. It's the really smart thing to do. And I don't know why it took so long for soaps to embrace streaming. Because, yeah, sure, you don't release the big episodes early, but fundamentally, just Monday the 2nd of January, you can probably release that early. Like, no one really cares about... You don't need to hide spoilers or anything unless it's a really big, important episode. So it's just embrace streaming. It's a soap. We have both the luxury and the curse of having both a very old. It's just a very varied audience, right? For some soaps like Hollyoaks is a much younger audience, but generally soaps attract everybody from all ages, and it's kind of like a family thing. If you're into a soap and you watch as a family, typically you may carry it on. But it's a very wide range of people who actually watch soap. But as said before, so you stream it early, and that means people can fit it into their day, which means you aren't stuck if you fall behind. You know, are you more likely to watch? It's like with some things. Are you more likely to watch it when you on catch up, or are you more likely to watch it live? If you miss it when it's airing, you're probably you're gonna go, all right, I'll catch it up, or you just go, just skip it anyways. So like, it's just kind of mental, really. It's a wild thing to me. So it's the key point of this is embrace streaming as they have, and they are now showing clear results. Back to the article. 124 million streams helped the broadcaster achieve over 1 billion streams in total over ITVX in the first quarter of 2025. And once again, ITVX is pretty important because, like I said, streaming services are king right now. Yeah, sure, you get decent viewing figures on television, but fundamentally, a lot of things are moving to streaming services. I still say this would be a really cool thing. I still think it would be a fantastic thing if soaps embraced it. And I know it's all on different rights and whatever, but imagine, and I know BritBox was supposed to be this sort of thing, but let's just go back to me for a second. Imagine a soap-based streaming service, and you have all the rights. I know the rights are all in hell, and you have a bunch of different rights that you need to like manipulate, but you know, all of EastEnders, all of Coronation Street, all of Hollyoaks, all of Emmerdale. You can even try get Neighbours and Home and Away if you want. Brookside, the Scottish and Irish ones. There's probably a Welsh one. You get all the soaps. I know there's different rights, but if you actually have that, and it's an absolute treasure trove. It's a treasure trove of all of the library. You will make bank. You will simply make bank. It will be great for channels like us who like to cover different soaps and go through old storylines. I know that there's rights like with Classic EastEnders. You can't put Classic EastEnders on the iPlayer because it's got UK TV Gold. But fundamentally, you're missing out on so much potential. But also, with this library, start putting it on YouTube. Start putting old storylines on YouTube. You're wasting your time, and you're wasting free money. You're wasting free money. Imagine if Hollyoaks is the one to put Brendan and Stee, the whole storyline, on their YouTube channel. Easy. It's like taking candy from a baby. A lot of people love that storyline. And then that's a good way for people to watch it, get into Hollyoaks. Like, EastEnders storylines. Upload all of Ben Mitchell. Why not? Upload the biggest storylines. Upload the whodunits. Upload Who Shot Phil. Upload the entire thing of the Six. Just do all these things. I know that there's different rights and you don't really want to like shop it out, but mate, you're just letting small channels do it. You could be doing it yourself. It's kind of ridiculous, honestly. It's so redundant to not do. And I just get upset every time I see it because you just see people wasting their time. Like, yes, you want current content. Sure, you want current content. But also, the amount of views that the David Platt YouTube channel has gotten from doing all the David Platt storylines. And it's not like it hurts you. You get to show people what they like. You get to show people stuff that they would like to see. Upload Richard Hillman, upload all of Phelan, upload all of John Stape, upload all of Stephen Reed, all the killer storylines. Easy. But people just don't do it because it takes too much time and you have to kind of dig in the archives for it. All I'm saying is, sign me up. I'll do it. I'll do it for all of them. Maybe not all of them. I'll do it. I'll upload these storylines. They'll get numbers. You don't need to do much. Just compile it all together. Easy stuff. Easy stuff. Back to the article once again. That means that soap viewing is up 35% on the same time last year. The drama. Yep, that's fine. And there we are. That is the article. Like I said, interesting enough. It's a positive spin on it, right? Where despite ITV's woes and the Coronation Street, despite the word of mouth that Coronation Street is in the absolute pits, this is still good news to show that there is still that intrigue in soap. And it's not like it can't be returned. It's just you need to start putting on a better show in order to keep the viewers happy, rather than doing what you're currently doing, which is alienating a lot of viewers and probably not really the most easy to get into because the tone's all off. Now, I think it'd be interesting to do like a top 5 of things I do to fix Coronation Street right now. Maybe I'll do that, but also this is just have this victory, Coronation Street, have this victory, Emmerdale. Also, we'll just give some praise to Emmerdale. Emmerdale's been having a great year. Honestly, they've been putting Ruby Fox Milligan on like front and center, and she is a star, a leading lady. And she's really been putting in an absolute shift and is an absolute diamond for Emmerdale right now. So, yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Emmerdale. I would start watching it, but I already struggle to get through all the stuff I have to do anyways. So, we'll see. But hey, is this exciting news, or is it just a bunch of like, not recency bias, but like, are they really getting away with it more? Are they really continuing to do this? I think it's good news. It still shows that it's not that the audience is lacking with Coronation Street. The audience isn't the problem. Yeah, sure, there's a very loud, angry demographic of people who want it to be better and are reminiscing to times that were better. But at the end of the day, we all do love Coronation Street. We all do love well, I don't love Emmerdale, but you know, we all love our soaps, and we do want them to be better, and we all typically have views on how it should be. So maybe we're not always getting our fix needed. Like, yeah, sure, Coronation Street was my favourite for a while, but then EastEnders got really, really good again, and it took the top spot. So, yeah, good signs, and it's all just about whether they can actually merchandise, or not merchandise it, just whether they can actually make money out of this, because the viewing figures, you have to imagine, they get a lot of ads on ITVX, and you would have to argue that the advertising is pretty damn high. And if you're getting all this advertising, all this viewership through Coronation Street, you can at least allow a bit more to seep into the budget as such. But hey, the budget I don't really think is the problem. Just think the direction's not that great, but that's besides the point. Anyways, thank you for watching. Just thought it'd be an interesting little small video just to kind of discuss the success Coronation Street. I don't know when this is going to get released, so yeah, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Bye-bye. Bye.